Filming during this period is going to be fun because obviously everyone is home and just a crying child now. I'm going to just jump straight into today's video. We're all aware of what's going on across the globe currently, and we can all expect it to continue for quite some time. So I too am going to bang on about how important it is that we keep our minds as well as our bodies healthy. We all know what self-care is, but I don't just want people to focus on the more narcissistic examples, like painting your nails or fake tanning or having a bath, putting a mask on and shaving your legs. They're great sometimes, but they're not going to get you through weeks of isolation. We need to draw our focus to the things that aren't so fun, ensuring that we take our medication and vitamins, making sure that we go to bed and wake up at a reasonable time, eating properly and healthily, continuing to practice coping strategies that we've learned in therapy if you've been able to access those kinds of skills, exercising, reaching out to friends and family, and especially when we are feeling vulnerable and most at risk. We live in an online world now, therefore there is no excuse for people not to be there for each other, despite the restrictions now in place to stop us seeing each other in person. It's important that we try our best in the early days and weeks to put in place routines that we can stick to whilst we're at home. It will give us the best chance to feel mentally and physically well for a prolonged amount of time. You know, morale is high at the moment, but boredom will come if it hasn't already for some. For some people who struggle day to day mentally anyway, something like this could easily impact their mental health even more when there wasn't room to begin with to make it any worse. Anxiety is high, mental and physical services are an all-time stretch. Normal life as we knew it has gone. So let's get things in motion now. Every night, write down a to-do list for you to do the next day. Set an alarm and get up when the alarm goes off. Starting your day right will give you the best chance of feeling okay throughout the day. If you can, get some air, go in the garden, go on your balcony if you've got one, or even just open the window and take some deep breaths in the morning. Eat breakfast and keep hydrated. I feel like I'm going to come across patronising, but it's this kind of stuff that we forget. We get so caught up in day-to-day life, you know, before all this happened, that we forget things like that. And actually, now we've got the time and the space to actually get back to what is important. We simply should be all trying to be as healthy as possible to keep our immune systems strong. Wash and get dressed. Don't just sit in your pajamas all day. All it's going to do is decrease your levels of productivity and consequently your mood. If you're like me and I don't feel like I've been productive, I feel shit. Implement keeping your surroundings clean and tidy. Disinfect the things that you touch often. You know, your phone, your laptop, game controllers, whatever it is, clean it. Again, we're talking about things that we thought we were doing anyway, and actually with all of this going on, it's brought light to actually the lack of awareness to cleanliness that we had. Do a home workout. Instagram and YouTube are flooded even more at the moment of workouts you can be doing if you don't know or have any ideas yourself. If you can, take a walk or a run somewhere. Obviously stay away from everyone. I'm fortunate enough that I live next to the seafront, so in the mornings I've begun running down there, and it makes a huge difference. It really does. I'm not great at running, I've got problems with my knees, but I'm trying my best. If it's too painful, I walk. It's fine. Music is air. It is sunlight. It's not just moving your body for your physical bit. It's for your mental. You know, people get so caught up on, oh, well, I don't care how I look, so why should I exercise? It's not just about that. It's about how you feel. If you don't have a job that you are already working from home for, give yourself work or a little project to do. Essentially just keep your mind busy. It's not just about killing time, but you know, the less we have to do, the quicker our mind can start overthinking, overworking, and it gets very loud, and that's when problems start happening. Don't just sit scrolling through your phone for hours, like even more than you would usually. Same goes for playing video games. Set times where you're allowed to do those things, or set time limits so you have a certain amount of hours, and that's quite a lot still, that you can do these things, because it's not bad. Yes, they're fun. Social media, games, whatever. Netflix intake is fun, but it's not always going to be the most beneficial in the long run mentally. Again, when all this started going down, I see everything now through a mental health lens, and you know, this is awful what's going on physically, but mentally this is gonna... I'm not just talking people's mental health, I'm talking about services and... I think also writing right now is great. If you want to flip it and have a different perspective, this is something that's going to go down in history. There's going to be a huge culture shift, I think, around this, and write about it, write how you feel, write what's going on, having an account of it. You know, you're living through something huge. I think little goals each day would be great. You know, if it's something like reading is something you enjoy, set a goal of how many pages you want to read a day. Sing, write songs, upload them to SoundCloud, anything like that. If you've been putting off a hobby, this is the perfect time to start. Explore it. There's no excuses. Obviously within reason. You can't start skydiving. I don't think that's going to be running at the moment. There's loads of stuff we can be doing. I hate gardening and dirt, but I want to spend more time on my balcony, so I'm going to tidy it up. There's fag butts everywhere out there, and that's not really nice. There's weeds everywhere, so I might give it a little spruce up, and that is so not like me. But we're talking about our surroundings, and if my balcony is going to be somewhere I want to be spending more time, why not make it a bit nicer? Things like journaling. I started a bullet journal at the beginning of the year, and it has been a huge help in just sort of mapping out each day and making things a bit more planned and structured, even if they're small little plans, like go for a run, clean the flat, do an ab workout, make a video. Like, they don't have to be like huge events, just little things to just sort of stop the days sort of just melting into one. I hate that feeling when you can't remember what day was what because it was all just the same. Nothing differentiating one day to the next. I've had a look, and there are apps that you can get on your phone that you can have like a little journal, and it tracks things like what you're doing and your mood, and to-do lists, habit trackers, anything. There are so many resources online that can help just in general with mental health. We know about this. It's not something new. Things like Headspace, Calm, or is it Calm? I don't know. Calm. There's loads, and if you find normal life challenging, this is especially the time to start implementing and leaning on resources and people to get us through, okay? This isn't going to go away, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to get through it. We're definitely going to get through this. Don't let this period of time take away more of your life. Let's use this time, if you can, as something more positive. It's all mindset. We can look at each day and think, oh my God, I can't do this, I can't see these people, can't work, can't whatever, right? You can't do that, but what can you do? And if you wake up thinking, I can sit in the sun today in my garden and read a book. But there is one thing I do want to stress. I know I'm coming across a bit preachy and a bit keep spirits high and like look after your mental health, but that isn't always possible, of course, and I have been through times where it is very hard to do the little things, and that is fine. Each day, it depends where you're at. Just try one small task. We aren't always able to be productive and feel productive, and if you can't, don't beat yourself up over it, because all that's going to do is lead into the following day where you feel crap because you haven't been productive that day, and it's going to dampen your mood, and then you're not going to be productive at all. Again, like, it's just going to keep going down. It's just being aware of the things that we can be doing, little things, stacked on little thing, that will just slowly build things up and keep things afloat. That's all it's got to be. We have to take each day as it comes. If we keep thinking 12 weeks from now and then what, that seems massive. Ignore that. Each day, each hour. I like to split things into morning, afternoon and evening. If I've had a bad morning, try and make the afternoon better. Had a bad afternoon, let's have a nice evening. Alright, you didn't get up and you didn't go for a run and you didn't wash before 12. Call it a bad morning. Now start it with a good afternoon. It doesn't have to be written off as a bad day. I'm actually alright at the moment. Yeah, I'm doing these things that I'm talking about. In my head, it's like going back to school. On the Monday to Friday, I'm setting an alarm and I'm getting up when it goes off. On the weekends, I'm allowing myself not to set an alarm. And on the weekends, I can go off schedule and I can do what I want. But on the weekdays, I'm keeping a routine, I'm being productive. I've never done it really before, but I'm like practicing gratitude. I'll just look around and I'll take a deep breath in and I'll say that I'm just grateful that I can breathe. And I think it kind of sounds a bit cynical, but you know, this virus is respiratory, and for me to say that I can just freely, within reason, stand down the seafront and breathe in, it gives you a lot of perspective when there's people struggling to do it, even with a machine helping. So yeah, little things, mindset, gratitude, And as next door's music begins, I shall
end it here.
Thank you for watching, if you have, and I feel really self-conscious about this video, I don't know why. It's because I'm being positive, what? I'll see you in the next one. Bye.